we not ready to?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm sorry.
Ready? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. صدق الله العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we will continue to the definitions of the Quran and hopefully finish it today and then go to other principles. So up to this point, we came to this principle of reading the definition of the Quran. The Quran is the commentator of the book of the words of the seen and the unseen. That is what usually we are familiar with for ghaib. Alamul ghaib, the word of that we cannot see or define within the conditions of this universe. So that is called ghaib. So the question is, what is the unseen word that the Quran comments on the unseen word as well as this word? We had, quite extensively explained what this universe tells me in the form of action, that it is the work there, the owner, the creator of the universe presents to us, reveals his qualities to us. That is one side. And the other side is by speech, the verbal speech, which is the Quran now. There has been many others in the history, but what is available for us, the Quran, especially for sure that we are sure that the Quran, the narration of the Quran was really preserved as it was revealed. Even the Prophet did not change anything about it from the beginning to the end. It's amazing. 23 years of the period. Whatever said is fixed. In 23 years, if it was a man-made thing, it should improve. It is very interesting in terms of the nature of the really quality of the language of the Quran. Instead of increasing, it seems to be decreasing. The first sections, the surahs of the Quran, we see that the rhetoric, the language is poetic, so powerful, unimaginable. Everyone was really disabled before the revelation, after the revelation of the Quran. The poets couldn't really speak anymore because no one could say anything better than the Quran was saying. But later sections revealed after 20 years, instead of improving the rhetoric, it really becomes a kind of normal language. It is meaning-wise is different. I'm talking about only the quality of the poetic quality of the language. It means It is not the work of a person, a human being. Cannot be. If it was, it should be improving, isn't it? Not decreasing. So, and also it is occasional. Without realizing, another interesting side is, everybody knows around the Prophet Muhammad, he doesn't know how to read and write, and he never takes any notes and corrects it, edition, the second edition, and also the first draft, second draft, no such thing. So suddenly, Prophet loses almost control of his consciousness, his awareness, and then wakes up, says, it's very tiring, and says, this was revealed to me, fixed, no change. That's it. So amazing. It is sure that it is the verbal speech of the creator of the universe. So they explain each other, vice versa. If you want to understand the Quran, the best way is look at the work and see the speech. How did they witness and explain each other? So if you want to understand how to study the universe, look at the speech. It gives you the guidance how to use the universe and how do you decipher the meaning of the universe, right? It's clear. I'm very briefly wrapping up what we have really discussed previously up to now.
Rhetoric went down.
Sorry?
After a few years, the rhetoric of the language of the Quran
A little bit, yes. Yeah, went down, of course.
It became more normal speech.
I mean, not really normal speech, it's mixed up, but as far as the quality of the, which is in Arabic, balagha, and the quality of the poetic quality of the language, not the content. Of course, sometimes if you really read, for example, inheritance laws and marriage laws, divorce laws, this somehow the debt arrangement laws, for example, somehow really quite close to human language. But in between, still you find the sections of the Quran which refers to the belief matters, which is it still goes back to the earlier quality of the language. That is, if you study it, you will understand. Come closer. Yeah, of course, but come closer. So I have to do that. And also I mean, if you don't mind, if you mind, all right.
I think I have to plug in for my
Okay. It's up to you. Yes, it's up to you.
question is, this is kind of similar, kind of related, kind of not, but still, how, if we're talking about in the order of the Quran, you mentioned in the beginning, surahs have like this kind of elevated, more poetic.
And this is beyond human capacity poetic.
How was the order of the Quran decided if the earlier surahs were revealed later?
That is a big subject. But I can give you, it's a good question. Of course, it is everybody's question, not only yours. We have to appreciate any question, but especially this is a valuable question and valid question, and also helpful. Thank you. Now, very briefly, when the Quran was revealed, I would say, I don't know, the Mus'haf decided to be compiled. Sorry, thank you for reminding the word. Compiled. People were living in Medina in an establishment administration and with the practical lives. So everybody was wondering about, yes, we embraced Islam, but the people who embraced Islam were all new and in great number. I mean, Medina society used to be somewhere around 6,000 people. Now it became 20-something thousand people, and neighboring tribes also made an treaty with the Medina administration and declared that they accepted Islam, and also they respected the Prophet, the messenger of God, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. So they said, okay, we accept it. Now the practical matters were their first concern. And interesting that they, of course, after Fatiha, the second chapter which is Baqarah. So second chapter is the largest chapter, encompasses every aspect of the Quran, and especially practical sides, emphatically practical sides. So people need that attention. Because of this atmosphere, they found that the later revelations are most related to the needs of the people of that time. It is understandable. Of course, there are some scholars, we have to give an room for them, their understanding. This is just directed by somehow God's inspiration, not revelation, inspiration to the companions, sincere companions, trying to protect the, of course, God's message. But these are the minority people. This is most related to historical concerns and needs. So they found out that the largest, because the Qur'an's revelation, the earlier revelations, the earlier chapters revealed were short and also very much related to rhetorical side of the quality of the Qur'an, and also very foundation matters. I would advise you, educated people, to study the Qur'an from following chronological revelation. Yeah, it is much more related to our time because foundations are the first based without hesitation. Reality of the creation, reality of human being, realities of social life in the first revealed sections of the Quran. So if anybody is interested in building up his personal and social life, it goes from the beginning to the end. Actually, it is very interesting. 23 years of the life of the Prophet really encompasses from a very, very beginning of teachings of the Quran, and then every aspect of life is covered towards the end. Every aspect of life covered towards that. So, of course, we have to have the foundations now. As the people in the first generation where the Prophet ﷺ was living with, this generation needed the foundations first, like we now need it. My suggestion is read the Quran from by following the chronological order for you. But for common Muslim people, I would make this suggestion. Their need is different. They need for practical things because they say we believe that, but we have no question. That's it, no concern. But you educated people, you have a lot of, well, as I have been through the same stages for many years as you did. So many, many years of education in secular understanding. Secular understanding is here, stuck in everybody's life. So how can we really get out of it? Almost impossible. That is why we have to start from scratch. Although you believe, I know you believe, but foundations of the belief must be established and on evidence base. Why? If someone challenges you, why do you believe in what you say, what you believe? What is hell and fire, paradise and hell? You say, the Quran tells me something, but well, I don't believe in the Quran. How can I believe in it? Yeah. So foundations must be established, inshallah. Okay, thank you, great. So this world and the universe and the Spirit of God's work hand in hand in order to support each other, help each other to understand the other, right? Okay, but this definition, from one aspect, it is also, the Quran also includes in it the commentary on the ghaib. What does it mean? What does it mean? Commentary on the ghaib. What is ghaib? So this is what we see that, for example, if you speak to any ordinary Muslims, what is ghaib? The Jahannam, the hell and paradise are ghaib. Angels are ghaib. Well, this is what we understand, ghaib. But at the same time, which is much more essential to add to this list, ghaib list that we have in our mind now, in our culture, present day culture. What is hidden within the creation is not seen. When I look at the world, you see that, oh, it is cloudy, it is raining. Yep. What does it mean? What is ghaib in it? There is ghaib in it. For example, I can give you a very simple example to understand this. Can I give you the example? That it may really help somehow to understand it. But when you look at a book like this, if I had one, well, I have never. But anyways, so really. Any with the Quran or something from there, Musaf. Come on, quick. Yep, best one. All right. Is there anything ghaib in it? Like this? Sorry?
The author.
No. I mean, no. Ghaib means I see the paper. Yep. But everybody knows that it has knowledge in it. Yes? Where is it? Where is knowledge? When you read it, ghaib side of the paper becomes apparent. This is a material being, right? But there is something in it that we cannot see, but we are absolutely sure when we read it, some information refers to the knowledge of its author, whoever it is. I am absolutely sure when I read it, it makes sense. I am absolutely sure a ghaib person for me has transferred his ghaib knowledge, it is not material, into written form here on this paper. But I have to know how to read it. Now, this definition helps me understand that the universe is a kind of paper. And just using the analogy, kind of paper. So when I go into it, I see that in the creation of every being within the universe, lots of qualities are introduced to me. But it is ghaib. If someone says, I don't believe anything other than the matter, right? Then they look at the book. It has manifested qualities explaining who the author is, what the qualities of the author are. He says, no, I see only paper and some traces of ink in it. Ink, I don't know, something like that. Let me see how thick they are. Let me see, how big they are, how heavy they are, rather than reading the meaning. The Quran says, I can help you. How do you decipher, find out the meaning which conveys the message, the wisdom, the knowledge, the power, all the qualities of its creator inscribed in it? I can teach you how to read. That is what the Quran should also be read for this purpose, helping me to find out the right aspect of the universe and find out the author's qualities manifested in it, explained in it, right? So this is the most important ghaib for us to understand, so that we can understand and make sense what the other ghaibs are. Hell, paradise, what is there? The qualities manifested in the creation, these qualities expose the qualities of the author of the universe, which is the author of me, which is the author of my human feelings. So he teaches me what is written in my human body. My body is going to the same analogy. My body is like this metal, but something written in it, and it is meaningful, qualities of its creator. My feelings are nothing but the revelation of revealing the qualities of my book of existence. That is how the Quran helps me to combine what is the meaning, qualities of the creator are manifested in me. What is the qualities of the creator manifested in the outside of the creation? So it teaches me how can I combine them and utilize these meanings in order to understand why I need eternal life. Who can really provide eternal life for me? It is very essential. So you understand, if I do something, I feel bad. If I do something, I feel happy, pleased. So what does it mean? My creator is telling me that these qualities are given to you by me in order to understand who your creator is, what he is conveying you in your existence. The universe also witnesses that. So you understand that I want my life in the best way forever. Is it possible? Yeah, the creator of the universe is able to create everything infinitely because his qualities really, I understand, are infinite, absolute. So he is not only powerful, but absolutely powerful. Here are the universe witnessing it. So who can really create my existence as he created here on a temporary base, birth, and death. That's it. Temporary. But the feelings seek, crave for permanence and perfection. Only the absolutely powerful and merciful one, which universe says, my creator is absolutely powerful and merciful. Look, everything, trillions of different kinds of creatures in the world, all are taken care of at the same time. So I can take care of your need because I am the one who gave it to you. Yeah.
Permanence and perfection is because we only were created for Allah, and I don't know his Arabic names, but I know he's permanent and he's perfect.
Must be so because the universe says my creator can create everything permanently. You say, look at the universe. Do you see that the creator of this universe has a limited power? So, everything is taking place at the same time. Never forget this. Never, I'll come back to you. Good, good. Everything continues to changing or created in a changing position, permanently renewing themselves, but everything is under control at the same time. Nothing is confusing. Your most qualified creature seems to be human being. We are making these all wonderful gadgets, whatever you call it, devices. So can you do two things at the same time? While you are texting and driving, most of the people got involved in accident while they are texting. Because two things, not trillions of things at the same time, universe-wide. We understand this change is very important. Creation is really important, but the change is even more important. Why? Giving existence, it really needs something doesn't exist, and you give existence to it. That is important. No one can do it, but changing with no confusion and everything is taken care of perfectly. You don't see any break in creation, even a fraction of a second. Perfectly, smoothly continuing. The source must be absolute. The absolutely powerful one can satisfy your need. In fact, you can ask yourself, I can ask you too. You need permanent satisfaction, don't you? Where did you get this feeling? Your father gave it to you as a birthday present? What? What is it? Where did you get it? It is within you, put within you by the one who created you. Must be permanent. Now, the language, a little bit adapted. Not he is also permanent. He must be also permanent. Why? We have evidence. Must be is conclusion. Yeah, the language is important because especially this class is for this purpose. Learning how to adapt the Quranic language. Quran says, I am permanent. I say, how do I know? Yeah. Look at the universe. It shows you, I am the creator of the universe. And I'm speaking to you as a creator of the universe. Do you understand the universe needs a creator? Yeah. Otherwise, you cannot explain how it happened. You can say nature, you can say natural development, accident. Doesn't make sense. Does it? When the thing developed by itself. Can you develop yourself? Can you stop aging? Can you change anything in the order of the universe? I don't think anyone can. It's impossible. So we have to obey the order of the universe. There's no choice for us. Other choice for us. Obey the order of the universe, right? So we cannot really do anything otherwise. So what we need, we have to understand that this need for eternal happiness, especially this age, everybody is complaining about loneliness, depressions, stresses, not being satisfied, not finding a proper friend. You can really rely on trust. It's a horrible civilization, unbearable civilization. I don't know. If someone doesn't believe in the creator, conscious creator, and if doesn't believe that this life is just a temporary education, school, I call it, the universe, I call it the universe is what? School where we are educated, trained. Who is the headmaster, president of the school? The creator. Who is the instructor of the school? Instructor.
The prophet.
The messengers. Messengers come and teach us how to live in this world according to the expectation or your qualities, human qualities. So without contradicting yourself, for example, do you want permanent happiness? If you go to any store, do you want to get the best one for the price? Not that, for the price. One of them is even the same quality, but color is, no, that's what I want. Even the color. You want the best one, most fitting one, don't you? Who says, give me the worst one? You go to the greengrocer, you say, give me the old fruit or vegetables. I don't want to, I have not seen anyone. So fresh, everybody said, fresh one, fresh, the best one. Look at, oh, not this one, to get one, best one, best one, best one. What is the best of the best? Permanently best. This desire is, if someone tells you, I'm going to give you guaranteed happiness for even 10 years. Guaranteed happiness? 10, what do you want? 1 million. If you have, you give it. If someone offers you guaranteed happiness forever, how much would you pay?
I'll run for it.
The universe, it is impossible to pay anything. So we understand that. We need this, and this feeling is given to us by our Creator. What does it mean? We should never, ever forget that this feeling is a promise from my Creator. Your feeling is a promise from your Creator, letting you know that I created you with this need as I created you with the need of air, and the atmosphere is here. Food is here. Who's creating the food? Out of dirt. The best food, dirt, coming from dirt and water. Yep. No one is creating it. So we understand. I'm taking care of your needs. This is also your needs. I'm responsible for it. I will take care of it. So we understand ghaib, any kind of ghaib is really explained to me in the speech of the Creator. Any question, any concern, I just pass. All right?
Did you have a question?
Oh, yeah, you hit a come on. A bit loud.
This might be I'm just thinking in the opening of the Quran, right? Not in Al-Fatiha, but at the beginning of the Quran, in Baqarah. there's like an ayah that says, "Alladhina yu'minuna bil ghaibi wa yuqimuna as-salata wa
So, so leave it, and because we need English translation. So it doesn't matter. The point is,
it says people that believe in the ghaib, right? But it also says the people that like stand in salat and at the beginning. So I don't know, I had a question because it might be, when I was reading, I was trying to study that ayah, like,
so excuse me, do you follow? Does anybody follow?
I'm listening still.
While you are listening, please continue.
so like, I was trying to study that, the ayah, trying to figure out what it, in terms of the ghaib being what is later explained in the book, which would explain why it also brings up like the people that stand in salah. And have in the context of that thing in the beginning of the Qur'an, but I was also trying to think maybe it's some different kind of vibe that you come in with that you already accept before you even read any other context. So I was asking what that vibe is specifically.
Okay. So summary,
Summary.
because it's too far, and my ears are, old man's ear, telling me get ready, get ready. Yes.
More clarification on what vibe is.
In that
What is?
ayah,
Vibe.
Yes.
in that ayah.
In which ayah?
In the particular verse she's mentioning from Baqarah. Section Baqarah, she quoted a verse. Do you know which verse it is?
والذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة. I'm guessing. Yes. Okay.
The question is, there's no context before that ayah. And so how is the Quran, how do you think about the ghaib in that ayah, knowing that the Quran starts off with no context, saying that the people like.
Fine. Now that needs to study the how to read the Quran. Quran within its own context explains the terminology from in another place and uses it in another place as if giving a reference to it. So one verse, exactly like how we understand in universe, in order to understand the existence of anything and the meaning of existence of anything in the universe, we have to see it within its context. For example, I love simple examples. Look at a building. In a building, you go to the wall and you see one brick there. Let's say brick building, or to make it simple. You see the brick there. In order to understand the meaning or the message, what the existence of this particular one brick there in the wall, you have to understand. Otherwise, brick itself seems to be meaningless. But if you understand try to understand the brick in terms of the complete building, you understand that the brick is speaking to you that the one who made the building has put me in order to function this duty. So I am here. And my presence being in this particular point of the building demonstrates and lets you know that the mason or the architect or the builder put me here, knows whole house, the project to the architecture of the whole house, and rightly put me there. So if we don't look at the Quran now, this is the Mus'haf. Actually, the Quran, no, this is the Mus'haf, not the Quran. So that is another subject. So this Mus'haf, of course, it includes inscriptions of the speech of God is really included in it. So that's why people call it the Quran, but we have to be careful. This is the Mus'haf, not the Quran. So in this one, if you read one sentence here, it is a brick in the building. In order to understand this, you have to contextualize it within the whole message. So the whole message explains what ghaib is in different sections, because the Quran is not an academic textbook. It is just very practical life guidance related to every aspect of human life, from one subject, from another subject, from another perspective. And then you have to understand the Quran only bearing in mind the whole project, if you like, human life project of the Quran, and each limb, each piece must be understood within the context of the whole body. For example, what this finger, if you find this finger alone, what does it mean? Nothing. But if you see it within my body, it means everything. It speaks as much as my whole body speaks. So this is how the Quran should be read. Unfortunately, nowadays, people take the translation or any other means of understanding, conveying the message of the Quran, and say that, oh, I read this like an academic book. What does it mean here? Or not here, they don't even know what does it mean. What does this verse mean? Or no, try to contextualize it. Sorry?
My question was about the context,
Context.
because I had different things that would lead me to really different conclusions within the context. So that's why I was asking. Is because isn't that ayah? It's describing the qualities of the muttaqin that was referred to before.
Yeah, I mean, okay, certain the believers who have believe it with certainty. Yeah. So this is the description of the person. So it is the aim. It is the aim that we have to aim at it. But in order to reach or to fulfill this purpose, you have to see the whole context. Learn the whole context. Inshallah. Thank you.
I'm sorry for.
No, not true. No, you have to ask. Of course, nothing should be left hidden. So explained. But we have to know the whole context, and then it makes sense. All right. What is there? All right. Now, okay, let's be quick now. God has the most beautiful names, the attributes of perfection. So call upon him by them and keep away from those who distort his names. They will be punished for what they used to do. These beautiful names, this Esma'ul Husna, famous, what are they? How do we know? Yeah. It is not really a list of the names. You know, my name is Ali, and for example, it could have been Muhammad or Muhammad Ali ibn something. No. Beautiful names, very briefly, are the qualities of the Creator. So, Quran teaches us how to decipher the quality of the Creator of the universe as well as me. How to understand this. It guides me how to read. That is the ghaib side of the universe, is names the qualities, i.e. qualities of the Creator. Creator of me, Creator of the universe. So qualities of it. So For example, it's a very famous and very frequently quoted verse. God told Adam, it means Adam. Who's Adam? Sorry?
Oh, you're asking who's Adam?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yes, you. Yeah, but represents you.
yes.
Your creation. You were just a body, and you are given, blooded in you, the qualities of the names of your creator, so that you can understand who your creator is. So these are the tools. The human beings are given the tools to understand the qualities of their creator. These tools are the names of God manifested in your body. It means as a tool, Yeah, so you can, for example, if something really dramatic happens, do you feel sorry? Well, take pity on it. Why? Again, ask this question to you, to myself. I'm not being personal. Everybody, of course. So you say, why do I feel pity? Where did I get it? Never forget, this is my classical question. Where did I get it? Where did I get it from? For example, where did you get your eyes? Happened to be here accidentally? Can you believe? So I don't believe that this stuff happened to be here accidentally. It's a simple thing, a can and water and a thank you. So I'm guessing. So thank you, Doc. So who can believe that this is accidental happened to be here? The wind happened, the earthquake happened, something happened, volcano burst out, then it became like this, but in front of me, available water in it, beautiful. So how can I believe that my cells are happen to be accidentally arranged in the perfect way? Everything works perfectly in harmony. Your heart tissue is completely different from your lung tissues, your kidney tissues. Your nerves are completely different. So skin is completely different. Hair. So some people suffer from hair. Like me, I'm very happy. So shows the wisdom. So if there is a all. So they all work perfectly, meaningfully. If I get older, I start, my hair started becoming white. Why? There are signs in it. No, everybody knows that white is getting into old age. Okay, beautiful. So you see that. Or purposeful creation, wisely creation, preparing me for death. Yep. All these activities show me the names of the creator, which I can use the tools within me, which is called the collection of the tools of knowing who my creator is, called ruh, human soul. That is what human soul is. So we understand that human soul is nothing but if you like, the collection of the all tools needed to understand the qualities of my creator. These are the beautiful names, and God says in this verse, communicate with him, call upon him by them. It means, oh my, in the example, compassion, feeling pity for somebody, needy, for example, helping. Oh my compassionate creator, How did you know he is compassionate? Look at the universe, look at your feeling. They work, three of them work in harmony perfectly, confirming each other. So never forget, your feelings are equal to qualities of the universe. One person is equal to the universe. This is why. Because you can function within yourself as the whole universe functions in order to demonstrate the qualities of the creator. It is, we are the summary of the universe. That is why the prophetic saying says, as long as there is one believer on earth, the doomsday, the last day, will not occur. Why? Universe and me, a believer, inshallah. So a believer and the universe are working together. If the universe gone, my feelings cannot function because there is no correspondence. So my existence become futile, pointless. Other way around. I am alive, universe is not there, meaningless. Universe is there, I am not there. The existence of the universe means what? Nothing is functioning. A book, no one is reading. What is it good for? Nothing. You can use it to heat your house. Nothing. If no one reads it, exactly like this, we should never forget how valuable and precious we are. Don't forget, that is Islamic really literature teaches us, never think yourself, I am nobody. You are everything. If only you utilize it, you know how to use it yourself. You can come, it's a center of the universe, you can communicate with the rest of the universe at the same time. And you can really communicate with the universe in such a perfect way that it makes meaningful for yourself, and you will be satisfied. Whoever created the universe must be my creator. Whoever created me must be the creator of the universe. You cannot separate it. So, Allahu la ilaha illahu, lahul asma'ul husna, God, there is no deity save him. He alone are the most beautiful names and attributes of perfection. It's the translation says, names means attributes of perfection of its creator. Perfection of it is, but not a simple name, like, for example, my name is Ali. I think it's simple. Everybody may know it because you know that they advertise it. So Ali, not this one. Ali by itself. What is that? Ali.
Label.
A label. A label. But if you say Ali is the one who speaks, the speaking person, the quality, it really discloses what I am. If I am an engineer, which I'm not, and I'm very happy by not being an engineer, I don't have to work for a company and a slave of 8 to 9 or 8 to 5. So I'm very happy. So let's say I am an engineer. So the engineer Ali is the one who is speaking here. What does it mean? The qualities starts disclosing who I am. But by name, Ali means nothing. So beautiful names is all the qualities of the creator. The name of Allah, like the proper name, yeah, personal name, represents all of them. For example, if you know the quality of somebody, I cannot give the example of myself, I have no quality. So the qualities of somebody, you know that it's a good engineer and at the same time, excellent parent or something, you know, very, the one who is expert on some other subjects as well. And he helps people, lots of qualities. So when you know all the qualities, by mentioning the name, you recall qualities. So when you say Allah, it must make you remember the qualities of the Creator. If it doesn't, I don't know. No, not Allah. Don't say God. But what do you mean by it? What do you mean by God? What do you mean by Allah? These are all in need of explanation. So I will go one further. Now, another example of the Quran explaining the ghaib, he created horses, mules, donkeys for your transportation. Again, purposefully, it means purposefully. So, or for your service, again, and adornment. Oh, some people really love horses. Oh, they are crazy about black, pure blood horse. I don't think you can get one. Can you? By $1 million? Yeah? It's difficult. So, adornment. You don't use it to run, to ride. No. Just beauty. Enjoy it. Maybe for racing. And he also creates what you don't know. It is also ghaib. What does it mean? What will happen in the future? The most important ghaib which will happen in the future is fill in the gap. In the future, ghaib. Say?
Judgment Day.
Yep. Before this, doomsday. Yep.
Destruction.
And this universe cannot sustain itself. Doomsday is the sign that this universe cannot sustain its existence, cannot come into existence by itself, plus cannot sustain its existence by itself. To show it, I am created as a baby and I am turned into a kind of baby in my old age. It means I have a beginning, I have an end. So my existence is wonderful, perfectly demonstrating the qualities of the Creator throughout my existence, letting me or giving me the opportunity to know who my Creator is, which kind of demonstrations about himself he is making for me. One. The other one saying that, yes, you exist, but you cannot sustain your existence. Can you? That is important, that we have to pay attention. So at the end, you will die. My cells are dying almost every day. So my body is dying, my spirit cannot die. It is not matter, is not subject to change. So it is like quality. So that is something else. So my body dies. I have a son. He dies, son and daughter, and both. Alhamdulillah, I have son and daughter. So but they die too. Their children, they die too. What's going on? So you see that galaxies die. Stars die. It's a matter of time. Time means what? God's decision. You will exist within this period. The other one will exist within this period. But is there anything in the universe which doesn't have a beginning and end, a certain period? Whatever the number, doesn't matter. At the end, it will die. Universe will die. And what you said comes in. What is the end? The school is closed. What happened? Why did I learn all this? So you will be given degrees. What does it mean? As the Quran says, where is your book? Records of your life. How successful you were. And what are you going to do with the degree? You will start a business at something, office, hang the degree there and start getting it back so that you can unfortunately pay your school student loan for how many years. That is another problem for the students of nowadays. And so may Allah help them. So anyway, you learned, you started practicing. So I learned, I got my degree, whatever it is, hopefully wonderful degrees you get. I'm not sure about mine. God help me, inshallah. So, the Quran says, "Iqra kitabek." Let's say, look at your degree. What you have learned, you cannot go beyond it, not below it. You can practice only what you have learned in the world. So we have to be very careful. Our life is very precious. We have to utilize it, understand what the message is in my existence. So get ready for graduation. After graduation, definitely you are going to practice it. This practice starts with the day of judgment, according to your quality. So if you are a doctor, but you cheated at the exam, you don't, but at the exam, some people may do. Nowadays, it's a bit difficult, but they can catch you easily. So if you get it from the Google, Professor Google, so so is that okay? You just what was the word?
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism. Right? My pronunciation is sorry. I recognize the word, but I cannot pronounce it. So, okay. Oh, then they catch it. But if you cheated and graduated, in your practice, when it comes to this subject, can you be successful? You don't know. You see, the degrees on paradise, degrees on hell means a lot. We have to be careful. We should not miss any class in this world. So, excuse me. God creates something that we don't know. It includes other means of transportation. It includes what will happen in the future, right? We don't know. So, okay, let me go. Okay. Oh, in other words, mashallah. Lots of say, travel throughout the earth and see how he brings life into being. Look, evidence for the hereafter. So, how he, the one who creates the universe, brings life into being, and he will bring next life into being. God has power all things. See, the things are changing, seasons are changing, yeah, everywhere. On the northern globe is different, southern globe is different. Now it is winter here, going to the end, summer there, going to the end. So different creation everywhere. So in winter, plants, most of the animals, bugs, die or hibernate. So spring gives life again. It means demonstration of resurrection, bodily resurrection. Yes, a seed put in the soil becomes a plant, a tree, for example. Oh, bodily resurrection. You got the seed from a tree, it died, and you put it in the right position, and then tree comes again. Oh, it didn't die. So Exactly, Quran describes, you will be really taken out of the earth as the plant comes out of the earth, yes? And then you will be given a new body. So, okay, we are getting to the end. This word, the life of this world is no more than play and amusement. You enjoy your education, but don't think that you shouldn't learn. So enjoy your education, but you have to learn while you are enjoying here. So if you don't, okay, the world of life is no more than play and amusement, but the hereafter is indeed the real life, if only they knew. While you are here, you have to learn. If you don't learn, and pleasure is teaching. Everything is prepared for you, man. Don't bother. But you say life is difficult. We made the life difficult. Half of your income goes to rent. Oh, another half goes to savings so that you can buy a house, so that when you retire, you won't be able to pay for your rent, so you will have your house. Good news. Okay. I am retired. I have my house, but really it is a problem. Why? It is far away from the hospital. I have to go to hospital every week. And a few years later, pass away. What was it? Did I work for it? Yeah, you did. So this civilization offers us nothing more than just really, how do you say, cheating us.
Band-aid solutions.
Sorry?
Band-aid solutions. Putting a band-aid.
Bandage solution, not the permanent solution for my needs. So,
I mean, it may not be like, yeah, we may make it difficult. I agree with that, but I don't think like it's not plain amusement either. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It just, yeah, I'm not understanding the words. Like when it's just plain amusement, like are we really here for like just entertainment?
yes, you can. But if artificially we turn our life into a torture chamber, you don't feel it. But can you imagine the way we are created? What do you need? Really, 2 acres of land and 2 cows and 10 sheep. Perfect. The trees are growing by itself. Animals are growing by itself. But without your God is creating what? Prepared. Amazement. Come to New York. So you have to pay rent. Everything is expensive. Transportation, taxes, insurances, blah, 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 blah. So these are all, that is why the people are complaining, rightfully complaining. In fact, by saying the life is not entertainment, not a really enjoyment, but of course you hear the labun welahu as in the negative way. Yeah, real life is in the hereafter. It means don't pay attention to it, but I'm living here now. That is why we have to understand the verses of the Quran as directly related to my realities right now as well. So I will give you. So when we are really complaining about the life, in fact, we have to complain about this civilization that put us in this position, changed our, if you like, in quote unquote, natural life, the way we are created, but artificial life. We are slaves of many things that we are dependent on them now. Even there is no electric system, no water system. You cannot get light, you cannot get water. But in fact, water is freely created. Yeah? Freely created. And you have to pay for a bottle of water, I mean, at least $1, isn't it? Maybe more. Yeah. What is this? Rain. How much did you pay for rain? Nothing. Artificial life, and we have to be. You cannot carry it because natural life is completely destroyed. I have to suffer. You know, human beings are suffering because of what they have made with their own hand. God created in a comfortable. So, very easy. So who doesn't like dealing with the garden? I love it. Yeah, I love it. It is enjoyable. Who doesn't like really dealing with the sheep, for example, lambs? Oh, let the children play with the lambs. They got really amazed. So let's go. So hereafter is yeah.
Follow-up question. So to the point of like how we create these artificial societies and rules, the other side to that is we don't choose to be born into this world.
Yeah, of course.
We're given our feelings.
Yeah.
So we don't have control over that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are born with an existential desire to seek for greater meaning,
Yep.
which could be an internal torture to someone that is seeking that in places where there's no guidance, right? So that in itself could be a whole different angle, you know, a whole different angle, if that makes sense.
Exactly. You have your consciousness. You can question what's the reason for this horrible situation. So it helps me. I think you can also utilize it. It helps me to understand that if we don't follow the God's way and put our preferences, interests, caprices, yeah, superiority complex, then you lose your happiness. It is the best way of understanding that when we, the human race, deviate from God's path, they lose their purpose of existence. That is enough a lesson to understand that I am really seeking, really craving for the eternal life where I will enjoy Allah. Of course, we didn't choose to come here and live in New York. I mean, some people may, but still, if not here, you know, going back, most of people from Pakistan come from Karachi. So I say, okay, if you don't like New York, go back to Karachi. It is 40 million people there. So you will have which kind of life there? Everybody is tension, isn't it? So it's very, but depending on how we view it. So it is a good way of understanding if we deviate from God's path, we will find out ourselves in terrible life, in really confusion. That is enough. So we should be seeking for eternal life, eternal pleasure more than everybody else. Alhamdulillah. So now that is another definition. Let me see another one. These are other the subject. So we couldn't finish it today. Did you think that it, I mean, unnecessarily we, you know, went the area, Was it unnecessary? How do you feel it?
I think we,
Well, I wanted to make it practical. Yeah. Okay, inshallah. I think the time is really up. Thank you very much. Any more concerns, questions? Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وسلام على المرسلين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.